It's a city where anything can happen, so what could go wrong or right as I hit up LA Unscripted from the Hollywood Museum. Four floors of 100 plus years of Hollywood history. Hi everyone, I'm Dana Devin in the Dungeon of Doom, and like the Hollywood Museum, there is so much to do and see right here in our own backyard, so let's get right to it.
Hey, I'm Mark Mester. I'm Dana's buddy from The Weekend Show. So Dana, I always hear you're talking such a big game. I dare you to come fly on the water with me.
Mark!
Dana!
Oh my
The Weekend team back again on the
I
weekday.
can't believe I get to see you
Are
off
you ready
the
to
weekend.
fly?
I am so ready to fly, and I brought you a gift. These are from ET Surfboards and Rip Curl.
Sexy body. I have a sexy body.
We're here with Just Ride LA and Flightboard, flying surfboards. You fly above the water and you ride a hydrofoil with a controller. So surfers spend hours waiting for waves. The beauty of Flightboard is you don't need waves, you don't need wind, nothing. And I get so stoked to take people out to get them that feeling of weightlessness, of flying. We're super stoked today to have you guys on the Series 2 Flightboards. So we're gonna start off on our bellies.
Do you pop up like the same kind of surfboard pop-up? You know,
Similar, but with the E-foils, you're gonna wanna be front foot pressure.
is that how you start?
Exactly.
Like that?
She's never done this before, and you're confident she's gonna be flying with
Yes, yeah. Are you guys ready to fly?
Let's fly.
Flightboard is based out of Byron Bay, Australia. Just Ride Flight School is your #1 source for E-foils on the West Coast. And a lot of people think, oh, I'm not a surfer, I'm not a skater. That's actually better, because skaters and surfers are rear foot pressure. E-foils are mostly front foot. I mean, there's so much tech in these, it's much easier than it looks.
Yes, 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 yes. Lean forward, lean forward.
Oh my God, that was so hard. But Dana Dare completed. Okay, I'm gonna just take a nap.
You did so good. You got up in your first try.
I got up, but then, I mean, at the end I was so tired. My legs were shaking, my arms were shaking, I couldn't get up. But it was actually really fun. You actually do feel like you are flying when you finally get up.
Dana killed it. At Just Ride, you know, at our school, we've taught quite a few people. She was up there. I think she's part of my top 10. Lessons are the right place to start. We charge about $350 for your first session. And another really fun fact is only about 3.5% of the entire globe even knows what E-foils are. So these things are very special.
Full disclosure, would you do it again?
Yeah, I would do it again.
Let's definitely do it again.
I would
Let's
do it
like
again,
another time.
100%. And your hair is still kind of perfect.
Okay, I need to be honest. That's all I wanted to hear.
The Ever After Pointer Sisters collection celebrates 50 years of over-the-top iconic fashion. Now, the next trend you need to know about.
I'm excited. I have returned to be creative director of my company, Pastry, and I thought it would be really fun to do something to celebrate that. And with Pastry having all the bright designs and the unique colors, I thought that Sugar Factory would be the perfect place to collaborate with to create the Pastry Insane milkshake. Pastries are literally like my weakness. Like, that's why the company is called Pastry. It wasn't just like a marketing thing, like I love pastries. Creating the shake was very personal. My daughter, she is 7 years old, and she always sees a lot of memorabilia around the house that me and her auntie Angela had this company, Pastry, and she's always like, well, Mommy, how come you don't design sneakers anymore? And she inspired me to get back into it.
You guys started that brand, what year was that?
2006. I was just 22 years old, straight out of college, and we really wanted to create a brand that was centered around females and female empowerment. The cool thing about pastry is, after being in business for 15 years, we took a really strong pivot from just being a fun fashion brand to being America's #1 dance shoe. But now with me back on board as creative director, I really want to evolve with the pastry girl we started with in 2006. I really want to focus in on wellness, but make it fun, make it exciting. So Jasmine, I want to make you our pastry insane milkshake. Are you ready?
I'm so ready.
It's vanilla ice cream,
Check.
rainbow sprinkles, all blended together, and there's whipped cream on top. Look at these cute little straws. They have little hearts at the top.
Oh my
I'm
God.
obsessed. And then we have our lollipop, and then you want to top it off with these gummy cupcakes. They're really good too.
These are edible as well?
Everything is edible.
Oh my gosh.
This is pink chocolate ganache here on the cup. And the shoelaces are bubble gum, and these are Smarties. So literally everything is edible. It's insane. I literally always celebrate big moments with Sugar Factory. That's why it made so much sense to partner with them. I've had my baby shower at a Sugar Factory. I've had birthdays at Sugar Factory. It is the ultimate place to come and celebrate.
Cheers to you
Yes, thank you so much.
and this insane milkshake and coming back to pastry.
And cheers to you.
And we have so much more LA Unscripted from the Hollywood Museum. We'll be right back. Unscripted, all the local things we think you'll love, and we try it first to give it to you straight. Hi everyone, I'm Dana Devin, and the Hollywood Museum is a for sure must, and so is this.
So many travel plans were put on hold over the past year and a half, and that is making this summer a popular time to get away. Here are the sites that will make everything easier, from finding cheap flights to figuring out the best activities. Whether you plan to take to the skies or hit the road, these apps can make any traveler a pro, starting with TripIt. This is hands down the easiest way to keep track of your entire itinerary, since it can auto-import plans from your email. Pay to go pro to get instant alerts about any changes. Shopping for a flight? Google Flights is an easy way to find the cheapest fares or track the price on specific flights. And once you have your ticket, FlightAware has a helpful feature. The site can email a friend updates on your flight. They'll know when it departs, when it arrives, and if it's delayed or canceled. Looking for things to do at your destination? Google can help with that too. Just search the name of the place you're going, along with the words top sites. You'll get an insider's list to the best attractions. Filter by categories including kid-friendly, outdoors, and more. On your way, breeze through toll roads with an app called Uproad. Just add your car and a payment method. There's no need for a tag or transponder. Sadly, it doesn't work with rental cars. Finally, when you need a daycation or a place to work, check out Hotels by Day.
Our business is to unlock this potential, all this real estate during the day.
It lets you book hotel rooms in blocks of 3 to 12 hours.
Hotels understand that customers have different needs with different time bands, different clocks.
There are over 2,000 properties to choose from.
It's quite of a hack to be able to enjoy the amenities of the hotel and being able to use the pool, use the spa, use the sauna, use the gym, the fitness room, use all the amenities that the hotel has, and yet having the possibility of going back to your room for a nap, for a shower, to recharge and refresh, and then go on and move on with your day.
Hotels by Day says they should have 6,500 hotels on the platform by the end of the year. If you want links to any of these helpful travel tools, just go to my website, richontech.tv. I'm Rich DeMuro, and you are Tech Smart.
Now that SoCal is making a comeback, here is something new.
Gunnar, a little birdie told me that we here at LA Unscripted, we're the first family to be able to take this boat out.
So this is the maiden voyage, Megan.
Here we go.
Stand over the winch so that you're square to it, and then just grind.
Grind it. Whoa! Why are you trusting me? Okay. Is this a fast motion?
Okay, you know what? Here, get that out of here. Here, just push that button right there.
Wow. And we're sailing! So this girl, she has a name, and it's Champagne.
We have kind of a theme at Nails. We've had boats called Midori, Margarita, and this is the biggest boat we've ever had in the fleet. But the 55-footer is, for us, the flagship at Nails Yachts, so we named her Champagne.
Champagne. She's sassy, and she's beautiful.
So this boat, I mean, it's just a typical boat. It's like a 30-footer, it's like a 20-footer, it's like a 40-footer. But then you go down below, and it's a beach house.
It's gorgeous.
Yeah, it's a penthouse suite down there. It's unbelievable. Most people are never going to be on a 55-foot boat.
So this is a luxury. Well, my daughter loves that spot right there. I think she wants champagne. Daddy.
So Nails Yachts was started by Charles Deveneaux, who's an avid sailor. Sail Time, the program that we're involved with is a worldwide membership program. So what we offer is new or nearly new boats to people who want to use them on a regular basis. This is a $900,000 boat, and it's probably less than $3,000 a month to be a member.
It cuts out you having to purchase a full sailboat for yourself and take it out only a couple times a year, and now you're part of a sailboat timeshare, if you will.
Right. So there's 6 members on a boat, and so that's the only people that ever use the boat. So everyone treats the boat like it's their own. You have 3 or 4 days a month divided into 7 sail times, and that includes everything.
Yeah.
You don't pay anything for slips, you don't pay for maintenance, you don't pay for anything else. And what we do is we help other families enjoy what we love with the skills, and we also help them with the equipment.
Can I stand with you?
It's mesmerizing, you may. You can even drive. You are now steering the boat, and what we're aiming for is basically the end of Santa Monica Pier. You're doing great.
Thank you. How many classes until I get pretty good?
Basically, it's 7 days of training, and you would have the certification needed to operate this boat.
6 more days to go. There you go. Thank you so much.
Where should we go off script next? Let us know your go-to spot. LA Unscripted from the Hollywood Museum. We'll be right back. So much history in SoCal. Did you know about this gem?
There's about 8,000 breweries in the US, and less than 1% are owned by Black people. We created a movement and a brand truly focused on creating more diversity and inclusion in the craft beer industry.
When we first decided that Crowns and Hops was going to be a brewing company to really start producing our own beer, we felt that it only made sense to release a beer that was dedicated to the very community we started building. So we created a beer called BPLB, Black People Love Beer, or Brown People Love Beer, which was a hazy IPA that we brewed right before the pandemic, actually. That was our first canned beer that we put out to the people, and it got so much traction that we've done different variations of that.
We had to show more brown and Black faces inside of the craft beer industry, from the consumer side to working at the brewery side, and showing what an actual brewery looked and felt like.
Yes, I'm ready to talk beer. For Black History Month, we have some incredible beers. First and foremost, we're starting with HBCU Hazy IPA. As you can see, it's one of the more popular and beautiful beers that have hit the market over the past decade. But it's our double dry hopped IPA dedicated to HBCUs. I attended Howard.
I attended Spelman College, so we are giving an absolute shout out to our HBCU alums.
We have this incredible collaboration with Black-owned coffee roaster, Red Bay Coffee out of Oakland, California. And then later in the month, we have 2 beers dedicated to the music of Black and brown culture, starting with Miles to Italy, which is our Italian Pilsner that we brewed in honor of jazz. And then we also have Royal Verses, which is our double West Coast IPA that we brewed in honor of hip hop. One of our biggest initiatives is our Atro Pills initiative. So last year we had a $100,000 grant that we partnered with Brewdog, Scottish-based brewing company, to where we created a fund of $100,000, broke it up into 5 micro grants, and really used that to help Black-owned brewing companies. Atro Pills actually is a reference to a statement in the Kellogg Foundation's A Business Case for Racial Equity. It states in the report that if we focus on racial equity today, that our country stands to see an impact of $8 trillion to our national GDP.
Our responsibility is to ensure that the future sees its reflection in everything it wants to be.
Crowns and Hops always been a reminder that people are always deserving of the very best. No matter what your background is, no matter where you live, you are deserving of premium products. And our mission is to preserve culture, to expand palates, psychologically and physically, and to build community. That's at the spirit of who we are. So cheers to that.
And now, checking in with another Unscripter.
You know those hot dogs, maybe you see them when you're leaving a concert in LA or a nightclub, but they smell so good. The hot dogs with the vendors on the street and they're wrapped in bacon, and I'm gonna make a version of that. So what I'm gonna start with, it's this simple. You take your hot dog, you take your piece of bacon, and you wrap it, and that's it. There we go, they're ready for it. And then we're gonna slice up some onions and peppers. Just gonna get those on there. Now to our peppers. I like the red and the green for this. While our hot dogs are frying up back there, I'm gonna make a sauce. Now, if someone, only wants mustard, obviously they can have that, but the idea of combining it is actually really yummy, and you'd be surprised if you've never tried it. So equal parts, maybe a little less on the mustard. It's kind of got the Thousand Island kind of a color. And then for this, sriracha. Now I've got hot dog rolls, and these are these kind of brioche, buttery, soft rolls. And I'm gonna just pop them under the broiler for a second, just to toast them up. I'm gonna take the hot dogs off. You just want all the bacon crispy. So those are time to build our dog. Just to give it that nod to LA, I'm gonna tuck in a couple little avocado slices. We're gonna hit it with our sauce. Your LA dog. This is my new hot dog of choice.
Oh, and we are not done yet. And now this from our sponsors.
Southern California is an independent part of the state that helps consumers get the best health care they can, including being the route for financial help, which are federal subsidies to lower their costs for the health plan they choose. More financial help is now available for Californians and all Americans to get more affordable health care. This means in California, there's more than 1.6 million people getting coverage through Covered California now with financial help. Of those, almost half are spending $1 a month for really good coverage with a brand name plan because the federal help is picking up the balance. And many people don't know that there's such good deals available.
What is the American Rescue Plan and why did it start?
The American Rescue Plan was one of the first big pieces of legislation signed into law under the Biden administration, which said, we're coming out of COVID, but we still got economic troubles. We still have too many people who have lost their jobs. So let's build on the Affordable Care Act, which is what Covered California is for the state of California, and make sure that in this tough economic time, we don't leave anyone behind that needs health insurance coverage. So it provided more money to make it more affordable than ever before.
I think this is the most important part, but what are some of the deadlines that people need to know getting Covered California?
We are totally open to help people get coverage now, but they need to sign up in the month of July to have coverage start August 1. Is it the deadlines are end of the month deadlines? Now we're going to be back at it in a big way come fall. So going into 2022, people get a full year of coverage, but you don't need to wait. You can sign up now and get this great deal for the balance of this year.
This past year has been tough. What do you hope the future is for insurance and for people getting coverage through Covered California?
We want to be in a place where every single Californian has health insurance. We're on a path to that. We've got about 93% of Californians covered. We want to get everybody covered.
Okay, that is it for us. And like the Pointer Sisters would say, I'm so excited. Thank you to the Hollywood Museum for an absolutely incredible day. Where will we be next? Stay tuned. Love you guys. Mwah.